Welcome to the All About English podcast. I'm James.
And I'm Grace. This is the place to grow your English skills, no matter what level.
Be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification so you never miss an episode. We post daily. You don't want to miss out.
Okay, so let me just start by saying procrastination is like this universal language that everyone speaks, right? I mean, you, me, everyone listening, we've all been there.
Yeah, it's wild how it's something we all kind of deal with. And honestly, Timurban nailed it with his whole instant gratification monkey metaphor.
Oh my gosh, yes, the monkey. It's like anytime I need to focus, this little imaginary monkey is like,
Ooh, shiny.
exactly. Like I'm sitting at my desk, all set to work, and somehow I end up watching cat videos or deep in a rabbit hole about, I don't know, the history of sporks.
The history of sporks, really?
Don't judge. It's surprisingly fascinating. But seriously, Tim's point about the YouTube binges and Wikipedia black holes, it's like he crawled into my brain.
Right? And the worst part is knowing you're wasting time, but not being able to stop. Like, there was this time in college, I had this huge exam the next day. Instead of studying, I spent 2 hours just staring out the window. 2 hours, Grace.
2 hours doing nothing?
Nothing. Just thinking about nothing and feeling bad about it. And then, of course, I had to cram everything in at midnight.
Oh no, I can already feel the panic of last-minute studying creeping in.
Exactly. And I think Tim really captured it. The way procrastination pulls you into these weird, irrational behaviors. You know you're doing it, but the monkey just takes the wheel.
And the worst part is, by the time you realize how much time you've wasted, it's like, too late.
Exactly. And it's not just the wasted time. It's what you're avoiding. That's what stuck with me from Tim's talk. His point about running out of time and realizing what you've been putting off. It hits hard, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of sobering. And honestly, I think about that a lot when it comes to this podcast. Did I ever tell you how long I put off starting it?
No? Wait, how long are we talking here?
We're talking months. I had everything ready, the mic, the topics, all of it. And yet, every time I sat down to record, it was like, I just froze.
What stopped you? Was it like fear of failure or something else?
Honestly, a bit of both. I'd tell myself, I'll do it tomorrow. But tomorrow never came. And then one day, I just snapped out of it. I was scrolling social media, total procrastination move, and I came across this random quote. It said, "A year from now, you'll wish you'd started today."
Whoa, that's powerful.
Right? It was so simple, but it was like a light bulb moment. I grabbed my mic that same day and hit record. And sure, the first few episodes were a disaster.
I doubt that.
No, for real. They were so bad. But the point is, starting was so much harder in my head than it actually was in real life. It's like I built it up to this huge, impossible task when really, it wasn't.
That's the thing about procrastination. It makes the mountain look so much taller than it actually is. And Tim's advice really aligns with that idea. If you stop and reflect on why you're avoiding something, you might realize it's not even that scary.
Exactly. Like, what's the worst that could happen? Okay, so maybe you fail, but at least you'll have tried, you know?
Totally. Plus, time keeps moving whether you're ready or not. It really comes down to how you want to spend it.
You know, it really ties back to what we were saying earlier. Procrastination isn't just about being lazy, like Timurban pointed out. There's usually so much more under the surface, and that's what really gets to me when I think about it.
Exactly. It's like this whole mental maze you're navigating. And one of his key ideas, at least to me, is just being honest with yourself. Taking a step back and saying, all right, what am I actually doing here and why?
Totally. I mean, have you ever had a moment where you stop mid-procrastination and it's like, wait, why am I cleaning out my fridge instead of, I don't know, writing that email or finishing that report?
Yes, it's like your brain decides cleaning the fridge is somehow the most urgent thing ever. But Tim's idea of self-reflection really resonates. When you actually look at your patterns, you start to see how often you're avoiding things that matter.
For sure. And I think that's where productivity starts, right? You can't fix it if you don't even understand the why behind it.
Exactly. It's about breaking it down. And honestly, I think Tim's story about creating Wait But Why is such a great example of that process working.
Oh, for sure. He could have easily just said, you know what? The internet is all about clickbait now. I can't compete with that. But no, he doubled down and focused on creating meaningful long-form content.
And the crazy thing is, it worked. Like, people actually crave that kind of depth, even in a world full of quick headlines and instant gratification.
Right? I think that's such a good reminder too. Like we tend to think, oh, no one's going to care about this thing I'm passionate about. But clearly, when you put in the time and effort, people notice.
And the thing is, the hardest part is always just starting. Tim made it clear that once you get over that initial hump,
Momentum kicks in. Like once you see even a little bit of progress, it's like, all right, I can do this.
exactly, and it's not about being perfect from the start. It's about getting out of your own way and actually doing the thing instead of just thinking about it.
You know, speaking of getting out of your own way, there's something else that can really hold people back. Vocabulary. Like, especially when English isn't your first language.
Totally. I mean, English is full of words that sound the same but mean completely different things, or words that don't mean what they look like they should mean.
Ugh, yes. Like, okay, take procrastinate itself. I feel like it's one of those words people know, but they don't really know, you know?
Yeah, exactly. It means to delay or postpone something, especially on purpose, despite knowing that waiting will make things harder. The classic, I'll do it later syndrome.
And like, it comes from the Latin word procrastinare, which literally means, what? To put off until tomorrow?
That's right. And while we're at it, another tricky one is productivity. People think it's all about working nonstop, but really it just means getting things done efficiently. It's not about how much time you spend, it's about what you actually accomplish.
Yeah, like quality over quantity. Let's throw another one out there. Ooh, deadline. I feel like that word puts fear in everyone.
It does have that ominous vibe, right? But it's just a time or date by which something has to be done. Fun fact, the term originally referred to, you're not going to believe this, the line prisoners couldn't cross without getting shot during the Civil War.
Wait, what? That's so dark? I had no idea.
Yeah, pretty intense, but the meaning evolved over time. Now it's just about timelines for tasks.
Okay, so a couple more. How about priority? People probably hear it all the time but might not fully get it.
For sure. It's basically whatever's most important at a given time. And interestingly, the word priority was singular until the 20th century. People only focused on one priority at a time back then, but now we somehow have priorities. Plural.
Oh, wow. That's actually a mind-blowing moment for me. Like, who decided we could have more than one?
Right? It says a lot about how modern life shifted. But let's throw one last one out there. How about procrastinator versus perfectionist? They're often linked, but they're not the same thing.
Yes. Okay, so a procrastinator delays tasks, but a perfectionist gets stuck on trying to make everything flawless. Sometimes being a perfectionist is what turns people into procrastinators in the first place.
Exactly. It's like this vicious cycle. All right, let's quickly run through these vocabulary words one more time. Procrastination, productivity, deadline, priority, and perfectionism. If you can nail these, you're already off to a better start.
Right. And honestly, the more you use them, the easier they stick. It's all about practice. So there you have it. Some of the most common words that can trip people up, but also give us so much insight when we really think about them. Honestly, it's been such a fun conversation. And thank you so much for listening all the way through. It means the world to us.
Yeah, we've loved talking about procrastination. And honestly feel like we've all got a little better at understanding it today.
Totally. And hey, if you enjoyed the episode, why not hit that subscribe button? You know you're going to want to tune in next time.
Exactly. And if there's someone in your life, a friend, a coworker, maybe your favorite procrastinator who needs to hear this, go ahead and share it with them.
Oh, and don't forget, we've got a free study guide for you to download. All the tips, insights, and helpful takeaways are in there. Check the link in the description below.
And of course, drop us a comment wherever you're listening. Let us know what you learned or how you deal with procrastination. We'd love to hear your thoughts.
All right, that's all for today. We'll see you next time. And until then, don't procrastinate too much, okay?
Yeah, start with just one small step. Take care, everyone.